Alright, so I'm about to take off here. I'm going to turn on some of these features I like to drive with. Here's the Mars mode, and then we're also going to turn on the Santa mode, which is pretty funny. Ho ho ho. I should have showed you guys what it said, but that's what shows up here. Plays this music for a little bit. It's actually funny because when you even turn on the signals, that's what you hear. So yeah, let's see how this is. I'm gonna pull out of the parking garage here and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, what's going on? Gonna make just a car video here today. 2018 Model X 75D. I've had it for about a week now and it's been somewhat interesting. You know, having it for the last week, someone's going, I'm here at the supercharger right now. And it's actually crazy because last time in San Diego, I'm in a different one. I'm at a mall supercharger. San Diego, the one took about, you know, I think right now I'm charging at like 84 kilowatts, which is very, very impressive. Last time I was at 45, but had the car for some time, only put like 529 miles. This is like the base model with, you know, I had to keep it budget friendly, but it was still pretty expensive. You know, a bunch of stuff back there. It's a pretty nice car so far, but you know, it's the base model with I forgot what packages are on it. I think there's the premium package and then the sound system, the enhanced autopilot, and we're ready for the next version of the autopilot so that it could actually do the full-on, you know, stuff. But the car's cool. I've had it for about a week and a half, and honestly, I don't know how to use it fully. And I've just really been driving it, although I do think the features are amazing so far. We'll take a look around. I think it just has so many cool things. That's how you open the door. I love it. The key fob does a lot of things, so you gotta match it up with this side. But if I went double click there, it starts to open that, which we're in a parking garage, so it's not gonna come up all the way. But double tap it again, it'll close. Same thing with the front door. I just tap that, boom, but this is the 2018. I like it a lot. So far, it's just a very unique, quirky car. Probably one of the funnest cars I've ever driven. I don't know what else to say on it, and you know, maybe look around it. We'll go for a drive and I'll show you guys, but I think it's just the experience of having it. You know, I think it beats driving the Ferrari simply because, you know, again, little shit like that, but it's just fun. I don't know if any of you guys have ever driven an electric car. You know, here's how you close it. A lot of stuff's on the doors. There's the big screen. You could go on the internet, but I'm in a parking garage. And it just has a weird range of all sorts of stuff. And I guess the problems I've had with the car so far, not too many. Only thing has been dealing with the range issue, but it's not that bad considering, you know, it's a good city car. I've just driven it from San Diego to LA. Now I'm on the way back. And so it's been pretty nice so far. The one thing I don't like is the seats. I thought the autopilot's insane, actually. Way better than the Model 3. I had a buddy of that who had one. I drove it for a week, and it is just... The autopilot on this car is ridiculous. It's very, very cool, but everything else is still somewhat basic, but the car feels nice. This little windshield here is very, very cool. You guys will see. I actually had to put this up because besides, I was gonna say, the seats aren't that comfortable on the longer drives, but it's not that bad. So even though they kind of look flimsy, they feel good, but after a while, they're kind of just, I still get the same cramping feeling as any of the other cars I drive. But this is your little weird sun thing for your roof like this, but I thought that the tint was good enough, but man, driving this, it's awful. The sun gets in your eyes, but this actually does help depending on the location of the sun. And yeah, I really don't know what else to talk about with the car. We could go through some of the features. It's just a very user-friendly car. Like, it's just crazy to think about. I have the whiteboard on there that I like to draw on. It has the blind spot detecting. Just with everything here, you'll see it when we drive. The pickup on the car is insane. Super, super fast. Here are the little features, and you know, these are pretty cool, and I've had people ask why they do it. Like, you could go here on Mars. If I go to the navigation now, you see we were on Mars. I don't think you could see it while we're driving. I'll do the other ones, but Elon put a lot of cool little things into it. The space on the car, maybe I'll go show you guys that. And here you could even control the door through here. Everything in the car is controlled through here, which I think is pretty interesting. Open this door up. I'll open up the other one too. So as you see, that's how it looks coming up. It doesn't hit the other cars, surprisingly, but yeah, so let's take a look at the inside. You'll see, I'll give you guys a front shot of it. Oh shit, I almost hit my head on that. You press it once, I'll close that door. Oh wait, it closed them all, damn it. So I gotta open that again. You guys are seeing the issues I'm having here. And obviously you guys could see by now I'm not really cut out for these car review videos, but you know, I figured I've always had a lot of cars. I've never really made any on these, but I'll show you kind of back here without hitting my head. The car is really, really big. Got that in there just in case my brother needs to take around his kid. It is kind of just a cool minivan. I've heard people talk shit on it like that, but it's honestly way cooler. We have the 6 layout seat option here. They're folded down right now, but it's huge. Like down here below, you got a lot of space. It's very comfy. Like even getting in is not bad. You got this little head window, and it's just overall it's just really nice. The car just looks just clean all the time. It is really futuristic and is honestly a spaceship. Let's see if I close the door from here. You guys see that come down. It's kind of scary, but it's so reliable how crazy the door has been so far. Just getting in and out of the car. It's just a really futuristic car. I love it. I think it's just been fun to drive, and that's what I was saying. Comparing this to the Ferrari and Maserati, the Rolls Royce, everything. It feels kind of like, how do I close this? I just opened everything, there you go. So you could do all that. I don't know how to do it. I'll show you guys the summon here when it's not on the charger before I leave here, but overall it's just a cool car to drive. The handling is insane. For what it is, it gets kind of choppy at higher speeds. It doesn't really accelerate too fast after you're going above 70, 80, but everything before that is super awesome with it. The car is also very low. Like, I don't know if you guys see, the mirrors here are just slightly above the mirrors on the Model S. You can raise the car, and maybe I should go show you guys that, but I don't know how much it raises it. Maybe we could actually just take a test right now. Take a look. There is it. Controls, suspension. Press brake to enable. And that's a cool feature too. I don't know if you guys saw that. Let me open the door up again. If it's open, all I gotta do is press the brake and the door closes. So again, it's just the little things of this car that make it. There's so many different things. I think I can't do all of this stuff I can't do while charging, so I guess we'll have to do it when we get the car moving. But really the things to see when the car's moving is just literally the pickup, the speed, the autopilot, how it all functions, and it's just overall pretty just insane. It's very user friendly, but there is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cool features I don't even know how to use yet. But overall, I love the car. I don't even know what else to say. You know, I used to say I would never get a Tesla. Any of my students could quote me on that. But after kind of having it for a while, playing with it, it's just really a car of the future. The supercharging is very, very easy to get it charged. I haven't had any issues. I haven't even came close to running out. But there's not too many superchargers around San Diego and LA. You would think there's a lot, but not really. But overall, it's just been a cool experience with this car, and I think I would definitely get another one. I can't wait to see the updates they do, and I'll show you guys a little bit more when we drive, and you can go from there. And hopefully you guys like it. Let me know what you think. The trunk space in the front is kind of small. I'm just pointing out random stuff, but let me know if there's anything you guys want to see on it. But we'll get to the driving videos in a little bit. Driving on this Mars mode as well as the Santa thing, you guys will see what happens here. That's the turn signal with the jingle bells. I think the funniest part is when you go and you're driving You know, this is the, hold on. There's the, I gotta get to a car. See, that's the speed I was talking about that I really, really like in this car. Am I zoomed in? Yeah, sorry about that. But you guys can see the reindeers as the other cars. I thought that was cool. So I'll just show you guys the autopilot. I already have other videos with it, so you guys could kind of see. But overall, I think that's the coolest part of it. There's some me on the freeway with the autopilot. It's kind of scary. But in general, I love how the car handles. There's cool little features to it, but overall, just one of the funnest cars I've ever gotten to driven. I don't even know if that was a proper English sentence in any way. But it's a pretty cool car. I was turned off to it initially. Maybe we'll get behind this car and throw the autopilot on. And then like that's it. Sometimes too, like I had it earlier, I have that video where I got my autopilot turned off for not grabbing the wheel and it canceled it for the whole drive. But all you have to do, I thought it was the hands, like where you put your hands, but all you have to do is just touch the wheel and give it some torque a little bit so it knows that your hands are on it. See, like by doing that, it doesn't move the car, but it knows my hands are on the wheel, so you don't even really have to hold it. And as you see here, hands, I don't know if you guys, there's both my feet. Oh shit, I hit the brake doing that, so that could have been dangerous. And yeah, be careful, don't try this at home. That's the best thing I could say. So, but here's other cars in front. You guys can see how this operates. I get kind of scared when this happens. This is terrifying. It's usually better on the freeway than like traffic like this, but you see cars on both sides. I'm still in autopilot. Yeah, it's kind of terrifying, but very cool. I think the feature on it is just awesome. You know, I have the music turned off so I don't get my video taken down, but overall it's very relaxing. Like I'm able to do a lot of different work, like after driving this on the freeway a lot. You could just, it's so easy to do stuff, check your phone, do stuff like that, but that's obviously not what you're supposed to do. You know, people have died doing this shit, so I am very cautious. See, like this shit kind of sketches me out. See how it handles this. Yeah, but no, see, it's coming to a red light almost perfectly. And there's little reindeers all around me, so it's still in Santa mode, but that's the car. Just the driving experience in general, it's a little freaky. You feel like you're in the future. This is probably a really, really cool thing. I like it. It's annoying with the sun, like I said, but now the sun's not out, so I can take it, pull it back, you just stick it right there. And again, like I'm doing all of this stuff showing you guys while just taking me light to light, which is kind of insane, but like I said, you got to pay attention. There's other cars, other things going on, but it stops. It is jerky. Like it stops somewhat smooth sometimes, but then it just really, you have to be cautious with what you set your speed to. But overall, it's way more advanced. The autopilot is so much better than the Model 3, and just using it in general has just been, it's just been a trip overall. So hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully this has given you guys some insight into this car, and let me know if you guys, how would you rate my car overview video? I love you all. Stay at school.